Welcome into the M&M State of Sports book. I'm like on a 5-game winning streak here every week. I'm getting better and better,
Much like the Golden State Warriors.
We're just trying to improve every week. I am not going to mention that franchise during a football gambling episode.
15-2.
That being said, Morgan, how are you doing today?
I'm feeling pretty good.
That is good.
Excited for these picks I have.
You told me about one earlier, and I talked you out of one, so I'll take that. Stash, how are you doing?
Potentially talk me out of it.
I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right?
Yeah.
Everybody ready for Bird Day tomorrow?
What's everybody's favorite side? I've been hearing that going around on everything I watch and listen to.
What my favorite side is at Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
It's an easy answer. It's called alcohol.
Food wise, Matthew.
I like a good stuffing.
Stuffing's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's alcohol. That's the correct answer. It's the only answer I have. We all know me, like you guys know me, like food wise, I really don't like fuck with Thanksgiving food like that. I don't think it's that great, but like, I don't
just haven't had the right things.
I'm not like a humongous fan of turkey. Like if I would have it
no, turkey's way overrated.
I'd have chicken instead.
Yeah, like
chicken or ham or
ham. Like, dude, if you got a ham, you can invite me to your Thanksgiving.
Was it macronosing that Aaron Foss is like, give me a brisket instead of turkey?
Oh, if it was a brisket on
I don't know how we landed on those.
Fucking Ben Franklin.
Like ham is Christmas.
Yeah, like super
Thanksgiving.
Ham's at least good.
Yeah, ham's like Easter as well. It's like
turkeys. Well, if you get one of the turkey legs, it's pretty good. But
the only time I want a turkey leg is after I'm playing an NFL game and I get MVP for the game. It's the only time I'm eating a turkey leg.
Give me brisket. Give me steak.
Yeah, come on.
Give me the first to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, because you'll be hearing this on Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
That is right. We will not drop this early like we normally do on Thursday nights, so we can get those picks in as we're recording this on Wednesday.
Cranberry sauce.
I will be down there with Stash, and that is great. My sister is here, so I have to go let her in, so that's nice. So this will be a short break for the podcast. We are back from that short break. We're going to get right into the past weekend's games, the Sunday night game and the Monday night game. We'll do a little wrap up. We'll do a little preview of your Turkey Day games, and then we'll get to our picks. Let's start with the Sunday night game. The Chargers outlast the Steelers.
I think it was a huge game for both teams.
I agree.
I think the Chargers needed to get the win to get back off the schneid.
Yep.
And Pittsburgh showing they can still be a pretty good offensive team without their defense and all the injuries to the defense and the COVID list.
Yep.
Big Ben actually looking like he can still throw a football. I mean, that's a promising game for the Steelers.
For both teams, I think it's promising for both. I still am confident in my pick in the Steelers winning the AFC North. Like I said, it's coming down to week 17 in Baltimore. I've been saying it for the past, 4 weeks. That's what it's coming down to. Herbert's the real deal.
Herbert is very, very good.
He's very impressive on every level. He can make any single throw. He was running like they were in man coverage and he was just taking off scrambling for 10 yards at a time. Herbert is anything you could ask for in a quarterback. Honestly, if I was going to start a franchise and I had one quarterback to pick to start it with,
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Aaron Rodgers doesn't count. I'm talking like 28 and under. I'd probably take Justin Herbert.
I might take Burrow.
Burrow,
I like Burrow a lot too.
I just love the swag on Burrow. You know what I mean?
I mean, how can you not? The post championships, smoking on a stogie, like
it is by far like hang that in the Louvre. That is like a top 5 photo of
all
all time.
My God.
That's like one of the greatest sports pictures of all time.
I love it.
Yeah, that is. I'm trying to like. This is going to be a wild take. I think that photo is better than like. What?
I don't know. I thought you were going to say better than Michael Jordan smoking a cigar or something like that. Or like better than Kobe wearing the Lakers jacket.
It's not better than the
Kobe jacket.
God rest his soul, but I think it is better than some of those Jordan finals pictures. I'm showing respect to Kobe this episode. It's called
I'm weirded out now. I'm very concerned for your mental health now.
Morgan, I'm more concerned for your mental health as you were talking to me about potentially picking the Detroit Lions for these
Listen,
that's what you call a spoiler. Let's move on to the Monday night game. Tom Brady dominates the New York Giants. Jason Garrett is out as a Giants offensive coordinator as of today or yesterday.
See ya.
Do we think Judge lasts through the year? That before we get into the Bucks get right game,
He'll make it through the year.
do we think he goes into next year?
No,
I think he does. I just don't see the Giants
I gotta
firing
think
head coaches. They just don't over time. Like history.
Here's the thing: is they need a new quarterback, they need a new GM, they need a new coach. They usually reset all three of them at once. You don't keep the quarterback in the coach, or you don't keep the coach and get a new quarterback. You just reset it all.
Here's the thing. Do you give Judge one more year and do you go get Russell Wilson?
No, I think you get Russell Wilson and then go find Joe Brady and bring in Joe Brady as your coach.
Joe Brady. That's going to be a name coming up here for a head coaching job soon. He's a young guy.
I'm shocked he hasn't gotten a job yet because Joe Brady is very good.
I mean, especially with all the young guys getting hired, like Zach Taylor for Cincinnati and all that. So I'll be interested.
That's the name to look out for the Giants. I think Russell and Joe Brady pairing up in New York.
Yeah, I definitely think Russell is there. Yeah, because Seattle's done. Pete Carroll's on his way out. Russell's on his way out. Yeah, I agree. Great get right game for the Bucks. I mean, they didn't even play their best, but still to be not play your best and win by 20.
Be on the lookout for them to get upset this week.
They got a nice little run.
Oh, they got Indy, right?
They got Indy.
11-yard run.
Tampa's defense struggles against the run.
We will talk about Indy. That is I believe that is one of Santa's picks, actually. Another spoiler. We'll talk about that game. I'm very interested in that game. It's going to be awesome. Really quick, guys. If you guys don't already, please go follow us on all of our socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It is M&M SOS Pod. YouTube links down below. Please subscribe to that. Again, I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Talking about Thanksgiving, let's get into the games with this awful, putrid first game, Chicago versus Detroit.
Whew. Tim Boyle versus Andy Dalton might be the game of the century.
I am glad I will be driving during this game.
I want to tune in just to see my boy Tim Boyle get the Lions a win.
Why do they fucking have them play every year? Like,
it's tradition. Why do they have the Cowboys play every year?
I mean,
America's team.
Yeah, boom, easy.
It is not America's team. 95% of America does not like Dallas.
Speak for yourself.
Shouldn't they stick with the theme and be like the Patriots versus the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
If only we could have the Indians play football.
Man, that was a good one, Nick. Yeah, I mean, Thanksgiving has given us some great memories. We got the butt fumble, with Mark Sanchez on Thanksgiving. I'll never forget that. That's when I was going to school up in Orono, and I had to work Black Friday at Dick's Sporting Goods. And I was just staying up late watching that game on Thursday night, and I was like, he literally just ran into his offensive lineman and fumbled. There's just in the house by myself.
That man got to 2 AFC championship games.
And wild. Absolutely wild. All right, so who are we taking for Chicago versus Detroit? Just pick it, no spread. What team's winning, Morgan?
I got to go with Detroit. I'm going with my boy Tim Boyle. Aaron Rodgers speaks highly of him in the locker room. I got to go Tim Boyle. Detroit's getting their first win this week.
Nick, who you got?
Not Detroit.
So you're taking the Bears, who stink.
Yeah.
The Bears are worse than Detroit.
You're taking the Lions, whose only success this year was a tie.
Well, I will be the tiebreaker here. No pun intended. I'm taking Detroit. I think Detroit gets their first win.
I think
the two football guys on this podcast took.
I
so
think
obviously Chicago would
done.
Go with the guy who doesn't pick football and go with Nick. That's
Chicago is done. Nagy's getting fired after this game on Thanksgiving. It's over.
Let's keep him around like 2 more weeks until they play Green Bay again. Then you can fire him.
Okay. Moving on to the next game of the day. The Las Vegas Raiders go to Dallas for Thanksgiving. Dallas, you gotta turn it around after last week in Kansas City, where that shitty defense put the clamps on you. I think they're down Amari Cooper and potentially CeeDee Lamb. So
CeeDee's out, Amari's out.
Down Amari.
That's tough. Well, we'll see what
Dak's got to play better.
Listen, man, Dak, you get paid that money. We'll see what you're able to do with him, man. With Michael Gallup as your number one receiver, who is really good. Michael Gallup is good.
Gallup's pretty good.
Vegas, I think, is just in turmoil still. You can't have that much shit go wrong in a season and expect good results. I think
they're just trying to speed through the season and get through it.
God rest her soul.
I got Dallas winning this game. Morgan, who you got winning?
I mean, I gotta go Dallas. There's too much, like you said, too much turmoil going in Vegas. I gotta go Dallas.
Nick?
Dallas.
I'll be watching that one with you, so that'll be fun.
Well, all three of us picked it, so take the Raiders.
Let's talk about the nightcap, which is probably the best game of the day. We got the New Orleans Saints versus the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Buffalo needs to figure it out. Like
Wild style.
Because if they don't, like New England, I said it at the beginning of the year, New England's winning that division. Like Buffalo cannot run the football. Their defense can't stop the fucking run. Ask Jonathan Taylor how he did. And they're putting too much pressure on Josh Allen. Listen, he's not Josh Allen at Jacksonville. You know, he can't single-handedly win you games. Okay.
It's hard to gauge it with Jonathan Taylor because he might be the best back in the league right now. And he's running on everybody. It doesn't matter.
Well, with Derrick Henry out, yeah, he's definitely the best back in the league.
I might take him over Derrick Henry. Okay. Apparently I'm crazy for that, but
the king will not forget. There's very few athletes that get the nickname King. You know, King James, King Henry. Like, come on.
Sure.
All right, what we got for that game? I'm gonna take. It's in New Orleans, right?
I believe so. Yes, in New Orleans.
Don't you have the Saints in the cooler?
I do, but I think they're gonna beat Buffalo. I mean, just because they're in their cooler doesn't mean they're not gonna win games. They're just not making the playoffs.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So I got the Saints win. Morgan.
Buffalo's got to have it. I can't not see Buffalo not winning this game, and Buffalo's going to win it by 2 scores. I got to take Buffalo.
All right. Yeah.
I'll take a Buffalo.
All right.
Yeah.
Listen to those two majority rules. We were talking about that one time at work, by the way, way back in the day, that we should make like a movie called Majority Rules where you have like 3 friends and you guys sit there and you guys vote on stuff. So it's like, all right, let's go to Vegas. And I say yes. Morgan says no, but Nick says yes. All 3 of us have to go no matter what. It's called Majority Rules.
Yeah, we could make a YouTube series out of that.
I think that's just called forcing people to do shit they don't want to do.
Well, yeah, that's the point. It's great. It's great.
Which means I'm going to be miserable because you two are going to just say yes to everything.
Come on, Morgan. Us? Look at us.
You two were telling me to take my 14-year-old nephew to go to a strip club.
So what's the problem with that? He looks at it online anyways.
He's definitely looking at it online.
Come on. And I mean, you honestly, especially down in Atlanta, you should get the young man cultured and, you know, seeing other than, you know, white people. You know what I mean?
Those girls would treat him right.
They would.
All right. Whatever.
Nick, it's your show. Picks time.
Do you want my bonus picks after? Well, I'll do my bonus picks at the end.
I don't want any of your picks. I want Matt's first.
The people want my picks.
The upset.
My upset. I have the New York Jets beating the Houston Texans +3.
How is that even an upset? Both teams stink. That's not an upset for anything. Both teams suck.
Hey, I picked it. And then
I'd be upset watching it.
Santa has Indy versus Tampa +3.
I like the Indy pick.
I like it as well. I saw it and I almost stole it from you, Santa. I was almost the Grinch, but I decided against it.
Morgan?
I'm going Pittsburgh +4.5 over Cincy. I think Cincy's a little overhyped, and I think Pittsburgh found something in their offense this week. I really like Pittsburgh this week.
I think that's a great pick.
All right. We're gonna go right down to the lock.
I have the Chargers versus Denver -2.5. Book it. Chargers are getting it rolling. My dream for the jersey is still alive. And then Santa's lock is New Orleans versus Buffalo +6. He's just taking the Saints +6. That's his lock.
Interesting play.
I believe you, Santa.
Oh, Matt kind of thinks he knows this pick. I really want to do it. But I'm taking San Fran -3 over Minnesota. I think Minnesota's coming off their Super Bowl against Green Bay. I think they're going to play horrible this week, and I think San Fran's going to roll them.
It's fair.
Roll them. All right. Let's go with your overs.
Over. I have Buffalo versus New Orleans. Over under is at 47. I think
I like that pick.
There's going to be a lot of points scored in that game. I think, that's what I think. Santa's over, which God have mercy on his soul.
Some wild picks.
Chicago versus Detroit. Over under at 41.5. Come on, Santa. Oh man,
I'm going with Matt here. I think Buffalo's putting up 40 by themselves. I really think that's an easy bet this week. Buffalo's got to have it. I think their offense is going to show up this week.
Share.
Same picks. Okay, let's go with the under.
I feel like Matt and I are on the same page here.
This was my easiest under of the week. Of the entire year, this is my easiest under.
This is the easiest one of the season.
Cleveland versus Baltimore.
Oh.
46.5. Baker Mayfield stinks. I don't know how many times that
he's hurt. He's got so many injuries.
The Browns literally may not put up more than 7 points. You can quote me. He stinks. Like, he is god awful. 46.5. It's a high number. I think Baltimore wins the game by 2 scores, but it's going to be like 35-3.
Is Lamar back?
Well, Lamar is supposed to be back. And that's the thing, too, is Lamar is coming back. He's going to be a little rusty, I think. So I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. That was my thought process. Santa's under is Dallas versus Vegas. Over-under's at 51.
Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, no CD, no Amari. I could, I'm picking up what he's putting down.
Yeah.
What is your easiest pick of the season?
Oh, my God. I don't know. This game could have been a 30-point under, and I still would have taken the under. At Detroit, Chicago, there's no way they're putting up more than 25-ish points total. I mean, I love Tim Boyle, but they're going to get like 1 touchdown. It's going to be like a 10-3 game. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be the worst game you've probably seen since the Thanksgiving game 2004-ish, when it was like Vinny Testaverde and some Bears quarterback I can't even name, where it was like a 6-3 game. It's going to be bad.
It's going to be great.
I think it's the easiest under. Santa is crazy for going on the over on that. That's an absolutely insane pick.
He believes in a lot of defensive scoring.
That's a horrible pick. 41.5.
All right.
There you go. Boom.
There you have it.
Morgan, your bonus picks.
So bonus picks. I know we've been trying to talk a little bit more college, so I'm going to bring a couple of games into this. Yeah. Big rivalry weekend. Couple big games this weekend. You got Ohio State and Michigan. I mean, I think it's the easiest bet probably of any of these games. Ohio State's only an 8.5-point favorite versus Michigan, which seems mind-boggling to me because they roll Michigan every year. So take Ohio State minus 8.5.
They had 49 points on Michigan State in the first half. It was 49-0. At halftime. If you don't take Ohio State,
you're nuts.
If you don't take Ohio State, it's in Ohio State, right?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It really
Ohio
doesn't.
State
I'll
is
check
going
real
to
quick.
annihilate Michigan. Like the Ohio State.
Yeah, no, it's in Michigan.
Yeah, Ohio State wins that game by 30 minimum.
Oh, it's down to an 8-point spread now. Holy shit.
Minimum.
I had a second one. Matt's probably not going to like this one as much, but you got Oklahoma State and Oklahoma. Oklahoma State is a 4-point favorite. I think it's an easy bet. They're going to roll Oklahoma in Oklahoma State and also take the over in that game at 49.5. Did you know Oklahoma State's only allowing 15 points a game?
Bro, Oklahoma is going to, that Caleb Williams kid is going to
book it right now. Oklahoma State
beats
Oklahoma by 2 touchdowns and gets in the playoff. No Cincinnati.
Do you know what happens to Oklahoma State during Bedlam? They lose. It's
They're
just
not
what happens
in Bedlam.
every single. Yes, it is. The game is called Bedlam. It's both of them.
Whatever.
That is the name of the rivalry game. It's Bedlam.
Oklahoma State is winning. I'm calling it right now.
Not a
2
chance.
touchdowns. They're rolling. They are rolling into the playoffs versus Georgia.
I bet you.
Get Cincy out.
I bet you a 6-pack that Oklahoma beats Oklahoma State.
Okay, that's not going to happen.
Well,
I'll take it right now.
I will take my free beer. It's going to be great. It's the easiest bet of all time.
I'm telling you, Oklahoma State's going to roll them. Roll.
You heard it here.
All right, that's it for the picks. If you guys are curious where we get all of our lines at, it is Caesar Sportsbook on VegasInsider.com. You guys got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Got to throw that line in there, Nick. You know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're probably betting with me this year, you probably have a problem. So you should probably stop that shit.
Yeah, I had a rough week last week.
We both had a rough week. It was not pretty.
You know what? We're just, in the words of Morgan on Sunday, we're on to the next week. You know.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts about that Green Bay Minnesota game, Morgan, that you want to get in before we get out?
The refs were not great.
We're blaming the refs.
Oh, the refs. Oh.
I know you want me to say, "Oh, Mason Crosby missed a field goal. He's done." I'm still never going to doubt Mason Crosby. The dude's a beast.
What I wanted you to say.
We have so many injuries right now. I mean,
you had the perfect opportunity to just literally just say, "We're on to the next opponent," and you didn't. Why didn't you say that? We're on to LA. You could have just said that, and I would have ended the podcast. I didn't need excuses. I just wanted you to say we're on to LA.
You didn't make that clear.
Well,
you couldn't have given me a wink or anything. Like, come on. Oh, we're on to LA.
Supposed to do? There you go. Boom. Have a great Thanksgiving, guys. Nick, I'll see you tomorrow. Morgan, I'm sure we'll talk. Guys, Thank you for checking out the show. We hope this brings you some joy on this lovely first holiday of the holiday season, I would say.
Halloween doesn't count? Okay. Or Veterans Day? Do we not like our veterans, Matthew?
Jesus.
I don't know how many people are decorating and celebrating Veterans Day.
A lot of people are celebrating it, but that's
it's more you're not celebrating, you're honoring Veterans Day.
It's not part of the holiday season.
It is definitely part of the holidays. Okay.
The holiday season is Thanksgiving to New Year's.
You don't say happy holidays on Halloween.
You don't say happy holidays, period, because I'm not politically correct. I'm going to say Merry fucking Christmas.
Okay, but what about New Year's? What if you don't
Happy New Year?
You're going to say both? You wouldn't just say happy holidays?
Really quick before we get out of here. You want to know what the cheesiest joke is of all time? When you were to work in an office or a warehouse, wherever you work, and you'd see somebody right before New Year's, they'd be like, "Oh, see you next year." Hate that joke.
I'm gonna be completely serious. I fucking hate when anybody talks to me at work about anything.
Another one I hate too is when you ask somebody how they're doing, they say they're living the dream. It's like, whose fucking dream? Not mine.
To me, the worst thing that people say at work is good morning. Just like, get the fuck away.
Good morning.
For me, the worst thing people say at work is the second they open their mouth. Then the day is done.
That's as fucking dumb as somebody who walks around that says like, "Don't talk to me until I finished my coffee." Like, shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me anyway.
There you have it, folks. That's our joyous holiday season. We're getting it rolling here on the M&M SOS pod. Catch you guys Sunday for something that we don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd also be remiss if we didn't remind you to watch the Kraken tonight at 10 against.
We beat the Capitals.
We did. We'll talk about that more.
Listen, Kraken talk is Sunday night.
Kraken talk is all the time, Matt. What are you talking about?
We got to let them know.
How would they know? Number one rated Kraken podcast in the country.
How would they know tomorrow that they were supposed to watch the game tonight if I didn't say it?
Seriously, come on.
Fair. All right, guys.
Gotta remind them.
You gotta squeeze them. Gotta remind them. All right, guys. You enjoy your Thanksgiving, folks.
Go Pack Go.
Damn, I want to say it.